Okay, so now you have the another one, multi-card row. Oh, very simple. The visual, it's like a card. But it has this the advantage is that it can show a lot of numbers in one go. You remember that in the card, where is my card? My favorite one. In card, I can put only one thing at a time, isn't it? Like if I put the cost and I say I want to see the sales, it's going to actually not allow me. And if I drag and drop, it's going to replace the cost because we can put only one thing. Now they say that we are going to give you something bigger than this, which is where is a multi-card option? Yeah, multi-row card. Actually, click on this. So now this is the one. So if you want to display a lot of information, let's say in one single card, you can. For example, as I said that let's put the country, let's put the age wise, and let me use the sales. And after the sales, I want to see the item shape, and then a lot of things you can put. See that. This is also a card, but then it has some multiple values here. Okay, this is how it is. Formatting section, well, call out values, all these numbers, performances, I want to bold them, and I want to keep them maybe this color, let's say. Okay, and okay, so let's do one thing this time. We have enough of this formatting. Let's go to the effect. First of all, I want to see the background, so I will do the background like this. Oh, right, and yeah, so I'm okay with this. Okay, let's see how it changes to when I am done with all the formatting, how it appears. Okay, so the font is, I'll give this font, and yeah, that's it. And the labels, these labels, so definitely they also need to be changed. So let's change the format to, yeah, this one. Let's say I want to make them bold, and I will go with some different formatting. Oh, sorry. Let's say Times New Roman, one of my favorites. You see that? Okay. So you can always search on the Google BI dashboard images. You will find tons of the images over there, or just to see that which the theme color you want to apply. So don't waste your own time, because people, trust me, already have covered those things which you are thinking. So just see that which combination suits you the best when you look at those images, and just go with that. Okay, so this is how it is. So country level is done, and fine. Cards. So this is all about now the card. So let's say I want to put this bottom. So this is the style you see, position. You can have left as well, you can have right as well, isn't it? And then top as well. So I'll not use the left and right. I'm just going to use the one which is bottom. And then the outline color, I will prefer white. And if you want to have this, okay, so you can create this line as well. Now, okay, so what else now? Okay, so the background color, we do need. About the padding, we can see, honestly, even I don't remember. Though padding, you know what it means, right? But so this is actually working in this way. See the distance from everywhere, right? So it's already in the maximum. So let's go with this one. Accent bar. This is the bar. You see, I love this option from the design perspective. Right now, it's not that visible. So I'm just going to increase the width. See, this is the accent. Okay, this one. So I will definitely change this to, yeah, okay. Anytime you want to reset to default, you know that, what to do. Title, well, we don't need the title. Again, the title will publish here, you know that. And the background, as I said, background is fine. However, you can try to change these colors and see which option suits the best. The dark has to be there. One thing is sure. If I go with this one, no. I do something else. This all actually will depend upon my theme. So I'll just use this as the background. That's it. So in this option, the multi-card, we can have these numbers, and there is a scroll bar, remember. So we can have more information. We can have more information here. And yes, if we see this, if you reduce the width, then this is how it's going to look like. Which is again, I'm pretty much okay with this, isn't it? So we have the country and then we have the labels, age group, sales. Yeah, fine. This is amazing. But if you increase the width, then all the items can go here as well. Okay. So I'm in background and all that, we tried a different combination. I hope this is clear, right? So this is your multi-card. Now you see we have covered this option, the card, right? Now they have introduced one more feature. I mean, on the card, they have introduced a new card, which I was actually checking, right? So there's a new card option also. I told you guys they keep on adding these things, and I actually like this option. It's very different from the this card, right? So when you create this card, so you have only one option, that I can just add the cost here, nothing else, isn't it? So we can just go and format this particular piece here, the colored value and the labels, right? Now in this, so if I have to, let's say, create multiple fields, cost, sales, item shift, profit, loss, whatever, right? I have to go and create the copies of these cards, and then I have to drag and drop each field over there. So they said that, I mean, they have created this. It's a recent, the feature. So in this card, guys, what happens when you create this? Let's say I keep this here. You can add multiple fields here. I'll show you. So let's say I am looking for cost. I'm looking for sales. You see that? Nice. And then I'm looking for item shift. And you can add more. Of course, you can add more as well. Okay. So,
And
for example,
I think can we do the same thing in the multi-card row? The same thing which you did in the card?
yes, in the multi, we have added these things. If you see here, we have added these things. But you see, the main difference is that basically, so if you see here, the new card, first of all, the layout is a bit different, because you see this works in this way, but this is still the card. This is still the card. So instead of creating the three cards, they have given me this option that I can put all that in the one card on. Okay. And if, let's say, I want to show this age group here, see, this is the problem now. Because, in the cards, we are allowed to have numeric fields only. If you drop the same field, the age group here, it's going to create a summary report. If you see here, automatically it will pick all the age groups. And here, see age group. But that you can't do here. So it's very different from that. It's an enhanced version of the cards. And I'm going to show you how it is enhanced version. First of all, you see, I have added quickly all the fields here. And I can add more if I want. For example, I want to, okay, so, yeah, so let's say I want to go and put the cost here and average. Let's say I want to see the average as well. So the average has also come. Then I want to put the sales as well. Okay, average. So you see, they have given me all these options. I can show this in one go. Okay, and then, yes, then there are other fields also. Let's go and talk about this. So in the layout section, you have all that single column, single row, great, how do you want, right? This is all single row. If I want to convert this to a single column, you see it's actually converted as a single column only. In case if I have to align this column wise. And I'm not going to do that. I keep this as single row, for example. Same way you have a grid option. Okay, that will also change this, the layout of this. Style is a card and the table. So right now they are cards. If you change this to table, see, they don't look like now cards. Well, that's very small difference actually. Overall, it's still, I mean, the shape is not drastically changed. So, but yes, option is there. So you can see. So in the layout section, we don't have any other thing. Yeah, so maximum cards to be shown. Now it's always on the auto mode, but if you say, no, I just want to show the three cards here, so there's what then will happen. The three cards will come here and then scroll bar will be created. So maybe you have 10, 15 cards like this. So you can use this from that perspective, right? Right now for us, this actually is, let me delete this. It should be on the auto mode. Spaces between the cards, yes, you can increase or decrease the space like this. You see, I can do that. Okay. So layout is okay, fine. We are happy with the row. Nothing much to do over there. call out values again. These are all the call out values. So I can change the color if I want. For example, I'll go with this one. Yeah. Okay. I will use this. Yeah. Okay. It's now very thick actually. Let me keep this as this one. And what else we can do? Alignment, you see here. So the alignment can be center. It's the other way as well. Why we have given this option? You can put the images here. That I'll tell you in the dashboard only. So that's why, sometimes what happens if you put the image here, you want to move this on this side, or if you want to put the image of this here for every field. So these options are there. Okay. So show blank as dash, which is okay. You can write here anything. I mean, if any case, any field has a 0 value, a blank value, then what do you want to do? So let's not touch this part. Now, what about the labels? You already know the labels, right? So you don't get these options in the normal card. Okay. So in the labels, we can first of all create them bold. I can have some different color this time. Maybe. Okay. Just showing you. Okay. Just showing you. And position above value. This I really like this. So I want to keep all these data, these labels below the numbers. Okay, like this. We can increase the space as well in case. Well, I prefer not. I'm just going to decrease the space between the label and the values. Okay, then what else? Well, we don't have to do anything. Okay, and then the layout, let's see. But the layout again is the same. This is vertical alignment. And then you see, it's now picking the entire thing. So I can move this on the top or in the center also you can keep. This is very important. So you have seen a lot of new features here, but reference label is also something which is amazing. What is a reference label? So for every this option, we can add extra information as well. Like a tooltip, you can say. But tooltip actually works when you hover, right? I want to show some additional information. You can put some formulas, DAX formulas as well. Like for example, what if you want to say, since we don't know the DAX, I'm just telling you, for example, the total expense is created here. It's let's say 3 lakh, right? Whatever it is, 3 million, whatever. Now you want to find out that what is the total expense out of my 20 products, the top 3 products, how much they are contributing on that process. 1%, 2%, 3%, 10%, 15%. So we can put all these things here. Right now, we will put only those things which are available to us. Which are the fields which we have. Okay. Otherwise, you can put the DAX as well. A lot of creativity we can do. So, for example, now reference label. We are under the reference label. Now, say cost is there. I say that though I want to add some additional information. Like what? Like I want to see the lowest cost, or maybe I want to see the maximum cost, or maybe the average as well. But since I'm already showing the average, I will not put that here. Okay, then what? Well, maybe then I want to see how many countries are participating. Let's say we want to count we want to have a unique count, right? So let's click here. You're not new to this. We have used this option many times. So I say that I want the country. Now what I'm going to do with the country, first you add the country here. Okay. So if you have noticed here, it starts showing the first country. What do you mean by the first country? Basically, it checks that, on your data, what is the first country? And what will I do with that? Right? It's not required. It's a junk for me. But what I will do now is that I'm going to click on this option here, data option, because I'm interested not the summarization should be done as first. It's taking the first country from my data, which does not make any sense. But yes, I can see the count in the count distinct. You all know the distinct word, right? So let's say we want to see that how many countries are participating. Repetition should be avoided. So we can put that information here. If you say count, then it's going to count the entire row. Same country repeated. So I'll say count distinct. This is also a formula which we use in DAX also, distinct count. So I'm just going to say, okay, I want to see distinct count. And you see very nicely it's putting this information as count of country date. Right? Now, same way, I want to see some other information as well. So, you can add one more information if you want. So you can keep adding here. Let's say I want to see how many manufacturers I have here. Okay. How many manufacturers? So I put the shop name here and then click on this. These are text values. So obviously you can only count them. You can't add or subtract them. So I say, I need to know that how many manufacturers we have. So this is how it is. Now, same way, you can add some information relevant to the sales as well, to the item ship as well. It's all up to you. What do you want to do? You have to do this one by one. Okay. Like, for example, as I said, maybe you can remove these headers and you can put here the average sale and the average cost. It's up to you. Okay. So I'm just going to use the sales and I just put some field here. Okay. So yeah. So let's just use the item. How many items we have which have contributed to this revenue, and of course the unique items. Something like this. Perfect. Right. So now we have this option. Now in this particular, the reference, we are working on the reference now. These were the main areas. In this reference also, they have given further more options to us. Like if specifically this label I want to highlight, or the value I want to bold it or italic it, something. So these options, they have given us. And this is how, the BI works, isn't it? So like I'm right now here on the sales, I go back to the cost, right? So in the cost, I have these two headers and they say that, okay, so if you want to do any formatting in the label section also, why not? Right? So I'm under the cost, but remember, and I can select from here, right? I can select this count of country. And once I've selected this, I can I can bold this, you see, right? And I can just keep this as 8. Like this. Okay. Same way, then I can go with the shop. Again, I will use the bold and formatting should be same across the labels. Fine. Okay. And what else? Color. If I want to show them, let's say the color this way. Okay. So again, go back to the label, change this. So these are the options. You want to use it, you can. Otherwise, information we have already captured. Same way, if you go down under the reference label, the value section is there after the label, right? This we will not do today. The value section, again, let's say I want to keep this simple, that I want to show these numbers as italic. Okay, so this is done now, and I'm going to keep this as 10. Font is 8, label, and this is 10. Again, you have to move up and select the shop name and the font. Uniformity has to be there. So this again goes as 8, 10. Perfect. And let's say italic. Okay. Then for the sales, because right now this is all, we are under the cost. Same then goes for the sales. So when you select the sales, right, information is already there. So just have to go here and say, this should be 8, should be bold, right? And yes, the color, and then the value section. I'm going to keep this as italic. So you got to work on this, for the card. Okay, this is how it is. And then once this is done, so we have a divider. You know this divider, right? So this is all about this particular portion. Now, please remember that right now you are under this sales section. So if you do anything, only this divider will start showing the formatting, right? So we don't want to do that. So I will come back here and I will select all, right? Once this is done, then we will immediately go to the divider. And here, now we can see what we are supposed to do. So I can put the divider here with a width of something like 4. Again, this is a formatting section. I'll keep this as 3, 4 maybe. Background. Now you can have the background as well. So we can have a different color. So let's say I'm go with this one. Yeah. Not this color, something else. Let me just have a look and see what suits the best. I'm just telling you that how this is going to work. I'll prefer using the same theme. Yeah. Okay. Well, then the layout section, what we have. So arrangements. So this is all again for this. the reference, so I can have this column wise as well. Again, it's a good option. So this is going to put the labels and that value in front of the callout values. Let's see that. Let me change this. So you see that this is how it's going to, basically it's actually creating the columns, right? So this is how it is. So we don't need that. Row by row is okay. Well, the rest all, you can see what it does, just alignment things. Yeah. So center is okay for me. And then spacing is there. So we have the space between labels. Since we have here the labels, days. So let's say, so you see that space is also there, right? This is nice. Outer padding. See the padding, the distance from this to this. It's fine. Let's just keep this, whatever it is. We can add the images as I told you that we will do not today, because when we create the dashboard, so I can have a cost, sales, whatever. Different icons. We can put that here. Then we have the card section. So yeah, so this is, I think, so in the card, what we have, apply this to all. So rounded rectangles, you see that? Wow, this looks beautiful, isn't it? You can, put the rounded corners, increase this, and you can have more the roundness if you want, right? Same with, then you have the, so this is also there, the wide. Just go and check. See this changing just the view. Narrow is okay for us. The alignment, you see, this is how it is. Yeah. So background is there. So background, yes, I like to have a background color, for example, like something like this. And then I have to change let me put this back to the something like, and this, of course, blue has to be changed. This is not matching with this. And this is where I can put the, again, as I said, we can put the image also here. So the image will reflect here. Okay. We'll do this later. But just for information, if I can show, just want to put some, look at this. The image has come. Obviously, because you're under the all section. So if I have to put one specific image, I can. And then you can just have this transparency factor here, like this. So, but this image, when we will add the images, we will add them one by one. So we will select first the cost and see, and so it's going to take a lot of time. So we can have that images. Images also are very important for your dashboard. They change the entire view. So right now, let's close this. I don't need this. Okay. Well, then you have the borders, everything, the shadow is there. You see shadow. No, I don't want the border. We don't need the border. So this is how you have this. And then you see the last one, my favorite, the accent bar also you can have. It starts from the left, from the right. I will start this from, let's say from the right this time. And this is how it is. Okay. And let's just keep the same. That's all. Okay. So this is all about the formatting section. Okay. If you want to, as you know that we have the padding option available here, and then about those alignments left, right? Just see that what suits you. And if you want to put these cards back to the rectangles, you have that option there. You can always do that. In the general tab, I have only the background thing, which I will do. I'm just going to give this particular theme with no border, nothing, and just keep this bit light. Of course, we can work on the blue part. Otherwise, I think the color they look nice. We can change this to something else. And these reference also. Okay. So you see now, so they have modified this, and who knows, maybe one day they will remove that card, but I don't think so. They will remove because it's there, and because generally, if I have to create a card with one of field, I can do that here as well. Who knows if they will do that? But that's fine, because sometimes people will not like to see so many options because of the simple reason they don't need all these reference informations, isn't it? So that way you have this, and I also have learned this a few months back only, and I really found this, the reference table is, I found this very informative. So I'm just checking actually one thing, this let's go with this, the cost. Actually, I really want to change this. It's not looking good. And where do I keep it as it is? So this is the country. Yeah. Anyways, I mean, so just work on this particular thing, sales, change this. So this is how, guys, we have this new card. So it's very different from the multi, right? Because here the text fields are not allowed, right? This is more of a, like, you can say, not the pivot, but more of like the table view. But then this is just a simple information. I mean, I'm just putting the different headers against the categories which are in text. In the cards, we have only one business, which is what? We show the numbers. Okay. So let me see.